Rare Ceratosaurus fossil sells for $30.5 million. A paleontological marvel. A jaw-dropping discovery has just taken the auction world by storm. A rare Ceratosaurus fossil sold for an astonishing $30.5 million. This isn't just any fossil, it's one of only four ever discovered, and its sale highlights a specific fascination with natural history that feels almost controversial in today's market. According to Sotheby's, the auction house handling the sale, this remarkable find is regarded as one of the finest and most complete of its type ever unearthed. What makes this specimen even more intriguing is that it is the only juvenile Ceratosaurus among the known fossils. After an intense 6-minute bidding war involving 6 eager participants, this exceptional piece was sold well beyond its estimated value of $4 million to $6 million at Sotheby's, New York. Ceratosaurus nasicornis, a dinosaur known for being a fearsome carnivore, featured a distinctive nasal horn, sharp teeth, and protective bony plating along its back and tail. Standing at 6 feet and 3 inches tall, approximately 1.9 meters, and measuring about 10 feet and 8 inches long, or around 3.25 meters, this juvenile fossil consists of 139 individual bone elements. A particularly impressive aspect is its exceptional skull, made up of 57 bones that are in remarkably good condition, as noted by Sotheby's. This magnificent fossil was initially excavated in 1996 from Bone Cabin Quarry in Wyoming, dating back to the late Jurassic period around 150 million years ago. For 24 years, it was part of the Museum of Ancient Life in Thanksgiving Point, Utah. Despite its stunning pedigree, it has not yet been formally studied or described in a scientific journal, adding a layer of mystique to its already rich history. As per statements from the auction house, the new owner plans to loan this extraordinary specimen to an institution, which is fitting given the fossil's significance and rarity. In another noteworthy transaction at the same auction, a meteorite deemed the largest known piece of Mars on our planet sold for $5.3 million. As emphasized by Cassandra Hatton, the global leader in science and natural history at Sotheby's, these astounding figures showcase a profound and heartfelt dedication to understanding the natural world, ranging from the mysterious origins of our planet to the depths of outer space. Collectors are often driven by a passionate curiosity about the natural forces that have crafted our universe. Mark Westgarth, a professor, an expert in the art market's history at the University of Leeds, points to this sale as part of a broader resurgence in public interest surrounding fossils and the natural sciences. He highlights a recent record-breaking auction where Apex, a Stegosaurus fossil, was sold for a jaw-dropping $44.6 million. Westgarth further posits that at the pinnacle of this market, what often appeals to collectors is a desire for exclusivity. Dinosaur fossils, with their sculptural and awe-inspiring forms, encapsulate both rarity and beauty, making them highly sought after. However, for Steve Bruzat, a paleontology professor at the University of Edinburgh, the price tags attached to these artifacts are quite startling. Who actually has that level of disposable income to invest in a dinosaur skeleton? He mused. While he expresses hope for the buyer's intent to loan the fossil to a museum for public display, he remains cautious about the complete anonymity of the buyer and the potential for the fossil to be locked away, accumulating value as a mere investment, instead of being appreciated by the public. Bruzat warns, the reality is, in a scenario where dinosaur skeletons can command tens of millions of dollars at auctions, it creates barriers for those who wish to access these pieces of history for educational purposes. Yet, Westgarth counters this apprehension by suggesting there is a mutualistic relationship between fossil markets and scientific research. He references Mary Anning, an early 19th century fossil discoverer whose findings catalyzed a tremendous increase in public interest and research in paleontology. Westgarth argues that the current owner's openness to loan the Ceratosaurus fossil can indeed inspire future research initiatives. So what do you think? Is the growing trend of million-dollar dinosaur fossils a celebration of our fascination with history and science, or does it raise valid concerns about accessibility and the commodification of our natural heritage? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's spark a lively discussion. 150-million-year-old dinosaur fossil sells for $30.5 million. Stop the presses moment. A teenage tyrant from the Jurassic just fetched a price tag that would make even Hollywood blockbuster producers blush. A 150-million-year-old juvenile Ceratosaurus, think classic meat-eater, complete with a nose horn worthy of a medieval joust, has officially left its longtime Utah home and smashed every pre-sale prediction. Auction experts guessed an already eye-popping for $6 million. But here's where it gets controversial. The gavel didn't fall until the bid hit $26 million, and with fees the grand total climbed to roughly $30.5 million. That makes it the third most expensive dinosaur fossil ever sold, according to the New York Times. The specimen once greeted visitors at the Museum of Ancient Life at Thanksgiving Point in Leahy, Utah. 6 feet tall and 11 feet from snout to tail tip, it remains the only known juvenile of its species and one of just 4 Ceratosaurus skeletons ever uncovered worldwide. Its bones were originally unearthed at Wyoming's Stored Bone Cabin Quarry, an area that has yielded paleontological treasures for more than a century. Longtime Utah State paleontologist James Kirkland, who has already named 23 dinosaurs and is working on 3 more, didn't discover this Ceratosaurus, but he understands its allure. People love Ceratosaurus because it's a big carnivore with a dramatic horn on its nose and crests above the eyes, he explains in his characteristically enthusiastic tone. Still, the veteran scientist admits mixed feelings about the record-shattering sale. Give our research program $26 million and would uncover dozens of completely new dinosaurs, not just specimens, he says, half joking yet entirely serious about the lost scientific potential. The fossil's most recent steward was Brock Sisson, founder of Pleasant Grove-based paleontology firm Fossilogic. Sisson actually helped install the dinosaur in the Leahy Museum during his younger days, later purchased it, and then painstakingly prepared every bone for auction. Mounting the skull alone took 2.5 months of delicate labor, a reminder that these skeletons are more giant three-dimensional puzzles than ready-made display pieces. The Sotheby's sale in New York was technically anonymous, but Sisson confesses he'll feel a pang of disappointment if the bones vanish into a private vault. Historically, even privately bought fossils end up back in museums sooner or later, he notes. He also promises to funnel part of his windfall straight into further paleontological work in Utah. And this is the part most people miss. There was nothing legally improper about the sale. Fossils discovered on private land in the United States can be bought and sold like fine art. Still, many researchers argue that irreplaceable specimens should remain in public trust so scientists and students everywhere can study them. Others counter that private money often funds the very excavations that bring these fossils to light in the first place. So, where do you stand? Should multi-million-dollar fossils be locked away until a generous owner donates them, or is open market trading a necessary evil that ultimately benefits science? Could setting up a public-private partnership, think art museum patronage, be a better compromise? Comment below. Do you applaud the record sale? Or does it make your inner dinosaur lover cringe?